Get your glasses up. Get your glasses up. A toast to the men. Welcome to A Toast to the Men with your boy SD Booker. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for the support. Before we get started, subscribe, hit that like button. Let's get into it. Today's topic is how to market your book. I get asked this question a lot of times, how to market, how to sell your book. And so I decided to make a video about it. Now, I'll preface my suggestions by saying you have to do what fits your personality, what fits your budget, and what comes natural to you. Now, you can take my suggestions because they have been tried and they've worked. But if it doesn't fit your budget, your personality, doesn't come natural to you, it's really not going to sell. It's not going to come off organic and real. And so people are not really going to buy into you. So let's get into it. The first thing I did before I started writing my book was I made a post on Facebook announcing that I was writing a book. I gave the title and I gave a publication date when it was going to come out. Now, I did that for a couple of reasons, but I got criticized by a couple of people in my circle about that because their logic was, why would you give a release date when you haven't even started on the book and you don't even know if you're going to complete the book? Which I can understand, because most people who write books or start on a book don't complete the book. And this is what, these two people who criticized me had come across throughout their life. People that had begun writing books, never completed the book. But I know me. This goes back to what I said. You got to do what fits your personality. I know me. I know I have to hold myself accountable. And I like people to hold me accountable. So I knew if I told myself I'm going to write a book, and even if I begin writing that book, if no one knew, there's a chance I may put it off. I may not write a few days. I may not write a few months, and then it turns into years, and then the book is never completed, never comes out. But I know me. I know if I tell someone I'm going to do something, I don't want to come off as a liar, as a big talker, as a fake. I know I'm going to own up to my word. So I knew that. That's me. That's not everybody. Everybody's different. So that's why I announced to Facebook that I was writing a book, and I gave a release date to hold myself accountable and to keep me on point. Now, I ended up having to push that release date out because I underestimated what it takes to edit a book. Yeah, writing it wasn't that difficult for me. That comes natural. But the editing process took a while. I underestimated that portion of the process. So I pushed the release date out maybe 3 months, which isn't bad, my first book. Now, when I started writing the book, I would bring my audience, Facebook, along for the ride, along for the journey. IG also. I don't think I was on YouTube then, but I was definitely on Facebook, and I just started an IG page. So I would bring them all along for the ride, meaning every Wednesday, like clockwork, at the same time, I will post excerpts from the book to Facebook. nice excerpts, the meaty, the good part of the writing of the book, I would post every Wednesday at the same time. It got to a point that one week I missed a Wednesday. I was gonna do it the next day because I got busy. So I said, well, I'll do it Thursday, this particular week. 3 people messaged me. It's like, hey man, where are the excerpts? Where's the post? They were looking forward to me posting these excerpts. They were looking forward to the book because a lot of people don't know people that have written a book. And most people don't take you through the process with them of writing a book. So that was another marketing strategy. First marketing strategy, I let the people know I was going to write a book. Second one, I took them along for the ride, along with the journey with me. Posted an excerpt every Wednesday at the same time for a whole year. It took me a year to write the book. So I did this for a whole year consistently, 52 weeks. Every week, man, I posted an excerpt. Great marketing strategy. Now, what else did I do? I had a book release party. Now, I had 2. I had a soft book release party, and these were for people who had pre-ordered the book. Before it even came out, they had pre-ordered. I took 12 people, took the first 12 people that pre-ordered my book out to brunch on me, free of charge on me. And I posted pictures. Hey, this is getting people engaged. This is marketing. So yes, you're gonna have to spend some money. Well, you don't have to. I spent some money. I invested back in myself for marketing. That's a marketing technique. Took these people out, they spread the word, they're engaged, they're excited, right? They spread the word. Not only that, I post pictures. I tag these people. They have Facebook friends. The people watching these posts and these pictures, they feel the energy. They look at the excitement. They get excited. They're curious about the book. It's marketing. Then I had a countdown, 3-month countdown to my hard release party. My hard book release party. There's a 3-month countdown. Everyone's invited. I made it a big event. Everyone's invited. I prepared for this thing 3 months out. I engaged the community. It was a party that I organized. I hired bartenders that I knew that I had a relationship with. They have relationships with other people. I highlighted my bartenders on Facebook. Who were gonna be, I let the Facebook know who were gonna be my bartenders, and I tagged these people. I tagged my bartenders. So they have followers. They have Facebook friends. I made it a big deal. Although I live in one city, I had the book release party in the city I grew up in, which is maybe 15 minutes away from where I currently live. So I engaged my old neighborhood, my old friends, my old classmates, and I also engaged the city where I currently reside. It's another marketing tool. Everybody, the restaurant where I had the book release party at was an old classmate and friend of mine. The person who decorated my event was an old classmate and friend of mine. All right? So I'm engaging the DJ, old classmate, old friend of mine. Had a big show, a big showing. People came out to support, people were engaged, right? But I'm not only marketing and advertising for that book. This is also, I'm laying the groundwork for future endeavors, my books to come, right? I'm not just thinking at the moment. I'm thinking 3-4 steps ahead. So imagine when the next book comes out, what kind of engagement I'm gonna have, what kind of support I'm gonna have. So this is all marketing, right? So let's go back. I made the announcement on social media that I was coming out with a book. All right. posted an excerpt on Facebook and IG every week for 52 weeks. I had a soft book release party, a brunch for my first 12 supporters. The first 12 people that purchased the book, pre-ordered the book, I showed my appreciation to them by taking them out to brunch. The next step, with my hard book release party, I engaged the community. Not only did I engage the community, I had a nice rollout. I made it a huge event. It was the event, the marketing was huger than the actual event. But when I marketed and advertised, I made it look like, hey, this is not an event you want to miss. I did the countdown, 3-month countdown. I involved the community. I involved people I had relationships with, past and present. And I got them involved, and I tagged these people in the post. I had people show up to that party that I had never met. Never met at all. They came across me because of a friend I knew, or they saw it on Facebook and they wanted to support, but I didn't know these people personally. That's all marketing. Next, always have books on you. Always. You have to have books on you. I don't care if you carry a backpack with you, a briefcase with you, or you keep books in a nice container, a nice bag in your trunk of your car. Always have books on you. It's nothing worse than for you to tell someone you've written a book and you don't have any books on you. Now, it's okay to point people in the direction of the website where they can get your book. But if you got books on you, it sends a loud message that you're serious, that this is real, you're not just talk. And you can get that money right there. They'll hand you money right there in cash money in your hand. Prime example. And by the way, I give away a lot of books also. That's another marketing tool. I give away a lot of books. I went to Cigar International. I smoke cigars. I went to Cigar International about 3 months ago. And I just so happened to be sitting at a table, this long table, with fraternity. I believe they were Omega. We got into conversation about different things. We're smoking cigars. And I asked these guys, hey, are you guys readers? And they're like, yeah. I said, well, hey, I've written a book. This is the title. This is what it's about. This is what motivated the book, the writing of the book. I said, man, I'd like to bless you guys, give you guys a book. So I went to my car, retrieved a couple of books, brought them back, gave them to them, right? I asked these guys, hey, write a review, if you don't mind, on Amazon. Post it on Facebook. There you go. A week ago, I go to an establishment to have a few drinks. I'm on the patio. I see a lady, and she sees me, and she goes, you're the guy that wrote that book. I said, yeah, I did write a book. She goes, yeah, my daughter posted pictures of your book release party. She was at that party. And I said, who's your daughter? So she tells me her name. And I go, yeah, I wrote that book. Now this woman is with 2 other women. And so they ask me, so what is the book about? I tell them what the book is about. What motivated you to write the book, they ask. I tell them that. So be able to explain and articulate your book. smoothly. Like, you have to be able to articulate what your book is about and what motivated you to write the book in one paragraph. Paragraph is 5 to 7 sentences. You have to be able to do that smoothly without any hiccups. Be able to tell someone what your book is about and what motivated you to write your book. These women said, I had never met, these women said, we want a book. All three want a book each, a book apiece. So I said, I'm going to give you ladies some books. I go to my car, pull out books. Always keep books on you. I come back, I'm going to give them the books. They're like, oh no, we want to pay for these. We want to sow a seed in your life. You have a hell of a story. We want to bless you. We want that to rub off on us. I go, okay. Hey man, we go on. I made $60 right then and there. I charge $20 a book. I made $60 within 15 minutes from strangers. Then I go on to tell them about my next book. I explain that. I explain what it's about, what motivated this book, me writing this book, the next book, and where it's headed, and my vision for it. They're excited about that book. It's not even complete yet. One of the ladies said, before they came across me, they were just discussing about her wanting to write a book. 5 minutes before they ran into me, they were having a discussion about her writing a book. Now she wants me to help write her book. Right? Marketing. Another thing, you have to look the part, meaning whatever your book is about, you have to look that part. To an extent. My book is titled A Toast to the Men. Not a certain kind of man, but a toast to the man. So me, I'm always clean cut. I'm always dressed nicely. Whether I have on a t-shirt, or tennis shoes, a button down, sweater, I'm always clean cut, nice, nicely dressed, nails manicured. I'm always fitting the part so you can believe, yes, he could be an author. He could be a published writer. Right? I want them to take me seriously. Now, if I say I'm an author and my pants are sagging and my hair is untamed and, I look dried up, I don't look fresh, right? It is possible that person could write a book, but people judge people. People judge people. So are they going to take the book seriously? Are they going to take you seriously as a writer, as a published writer? They're automatically going to think, man, there's going to be some double negatives in this book, right? They're going to be some misprints. The editing is going to be bad. They're going to automatically think like this because the way you look, they don't associate or tie in into being a published writer. They're not going to take you seriously. That's part of marketing. Your outside appearance is part of marketing also, right? The way you speak is part of marketing. Always be aware that people are listening. So you could be engaged in a conversation with one person about your book, or not even just about your book, just in conversation about anything. someone else is listening. They're judging you. They're gauging you. Always know someone's listening, someone's watching. That's all part of marketing. That's all part of selling yourself, how you present yourself. Right? So these are a few keys I used in marketing my book. My book does well online. My book does well with hand-to-hand transactions. I'm telling you, I don't even look for sales. They just come upon me. People hear that I'm a writer. They hear that I published a book, and they come up to me and start talking about it. Or I may tell them I wrote a book, and I'm so passionate when I'm explaining what the book is about and what motivated the book that they're like, I need that book. Men and women. Men and women, man. I've been in spots where I've made over $100 just talking about my book. It was not planned. Just talking about my book, and people are engaged, and then another person comes up, and another person comes up because they hear the they see and feel the passion that's coming off of me. They're like, I gotta get this book. I gotta support this man. So I went through my own publishing company, Grambling Grove Publishing, because nobody's gonna work for me like I work for myself. No one's gonna push me like I push myself. No one's gonna market me like I can market myself. So I'd rather have that responsibility. I'd rather have control of those reins over my life, over my book. And so that's the route I went. And so I trust me more than I trust anyone else. So I know it'd be a bit different if you go through an outside publishing company. With social media, you know, and it being your first book, it's your choice though. I decided to do my own thing. My next book, I may go to a big publishing company, but I'll tell you what, man, those terms are going to be fair and favorable to both of us. So, yeah, those are my tips on how to market your book. Have faith in yourself, be confident. And, yeah, rewind this video, man. And I promise you, it works. These tips work. It works for me. It works for me now. And I'm on to the next book. And I'm still selling my first book, A Toast to the Men. All right. God bless. Peace.